This is part 2 of David's travel nursing assignment in San Jose, California. And we're going to be talking about all the national parks.
Yeah, if you haven't watched part 1, go back and watch it though, because there's some amazing stuff in there that you will miss if you don't watch it. Hi, I'm David.
And I'm Rachel.
And we are the Traveling Glossers. I am a travel nurse and can work anywhere in the United States.
And I'm an online English teacher and I can work anywhere in the world.
We have been traveling since September 2016.
Since the day we got married. So Pinnacles National Park was probably our surprise national park. We didn't know anything about it before going. It has amazing rock formations. I'm talking amazing. Like, these rocks are just so unique. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, and there were a lot of caves. There is so much hiking to do there. So there's an entrance on the east side, and then there's an entrance on the west side. We did both, but we preferred the east side.
Yeah.
That's where most of our pictures came from.
I would just make sure you bring a lot of water because it really is hot. Like, when you get to the park, it will be 10 to 20 degrees warmer. But we loved hiking there. So beautiful.
Yeah, we spent so much time there. We definitely went like more than any other national park. The next national park we visited was Yosemite.
Yosemite is just as amazing as people say. It really is just so special.
It's this gorgeous valley and waterfalls all over the place.
We went on this hike, and this hike was probably in my top 5 hikes that we have ever done in our whole entire life. What was the hike called?
It was to get to Vernal Falls.
So we didn't really read up the first time we went. We were just like, we're gonna go on this hike, see this waterfall. And so we're hiking and hiking. We get about halfway and we were like, are these the falls? We were so confused.
Yeah, we're just hugging this river, and I think it was just like pretty like severe rapids.
And we were like, oh, the falls aren't that big, but the rapids were actually huge considering it wasn't the falls. We were really hungry, but I was like, let's keep going.
Yeah, I'm so glad we did. We've learned a lot in our years of hiking. We always bring food with us.
Yeah.
We always bring water, like
Yeah.
an abundance of water.
And an abundance of food because I always get hungry. So we make it to the actual falls. I will say, I have never been so blown away in all of my life. I'm not exaggerating, that was probably to this day still the best falls I have ever seen. What makes it unique is so powerful. It was in the spring, so the water was extra powerful, but we were so close, it felt like, and you're just getting drenched.
Yeah, I was completely soaked. And I had a really nice camera too. I was really worried about our camera.
Yeah, we got such good pictures considering we were literally using our good camera and we had just bought it, so we were like afraid of getting it wet. But Dave did well. He was protecting the camera and getting soaked. And then I was just like, oh, like freaking out. It was fun.
I actually want to do that again because
I will say we stopped at the
we
falls.
were only halfway. Vernal is not the only falls on that trail. There is another one that is supposedly just as big,
Yeah.
So I definitely want to do that.
My stomach gave
next
away.
time. It's all good.
But
it's all good. We
I
learned.
still loved it.
Probably the most famous falls in Yosemite are the Upper and Lower Yosemite Falls, and we got to see those pretty
close.
Pretty close.
So the second time we went, we drove around with our friends and we went whitewater rafting with them. We've never been whitewater rafting before, so we were like, sure, you know? But it was pretty cool. It was at the end of the season.
That was so fun. He like let us like all jump out of the raft and swim because it was like really cold water, but it was
really
so
hot. So we all jumped out real quick. And then you could only do it for like a little bit, and then the guide would just like yank you up. It was so funny.
Our next national park we went to, which was a surprise for us, was Kings Canyon National Park.
Yeah, it's right next to Sequoia, so we did those in the same day, same 2 days.
I liked Kings Canyon a lot because it had diversity.
Because it had a canyon, it had
incredible views.
Waterfalls, also amazing, and what else? It had those trees.
Yeah, it had a lot of sequoia trees. There's General Grant, which is one of the biggest sequoia trees, and hence one of the biggest trees in the world.
So Dave, what'd you like about Sequoia?
Sequoia National Park?
Yeah, it was right next to Kings Canyon, so we did that the next day.
There was General Sherman, which is the biggest tree on the planet.
I would like to say, you have to stay in line to get a picture because everyone wants a picture because it's the biggest tree in the world. The person behind us in line did not get a good picture of us. She cut out the whole tree. Besides that, the tree really was massive.
But it wasn't the only one.
No, we really liked, what was that hike?
The Congress Trail. Like so many people went to see the General Sherman tree, but not very many people went on the Congress Trail. And that honestly was probably my favorite part about the whole park because they would have these clusters of sequoia trees. One of them was called the House, Congress, the House of Representatives, and then the other was called the Senate. And yeah, that was pretty amazing. Like 6 to 10 massive sequoia trees,
yeah.
like clustered together.
I was really into hugging the trees because, you know, you hear like tree hugger or whatever, and I was like, so every picture I was like, I'm gonna hug the tree because I wanted to show like how big around it was. But literally, they're massive.
There were some fallen over sequoia trees, and like there were like tunnels like in them. We got some cool pictures of you walking through them.
To tell you the truth, I think both parks had tunnel trees where you could walk through the trees.
It's really cool. They're kind of odd looking trees, to be completely honest, because they're not as tall as you would think they would be. Like their width to height ratio is like,
you think they're wider than tall?
Yeah, like redwoods are taller than sequoia trees, but redwoods are like significantly thinner. There were also some really nice views like getting out of Sequoia National Park as well. We definitely recommend both of those parks.
We love national parks in general, but we recommend those.
Our next and final topic is Lake Tahoe. Lake Tahoe was such a surprise to me.
Yeah, so keep in mind, we were there in the summer, so just beautiful water, crystal clear.
The water is incredibly clear, and it's like literally swimming in like purified water. like Aquafina or something. Even tasting it, it tastes like Aquafina.
You were tasting the water?
Well, like, you know, sometimes, well, yeah, I don't know, you might not know. When I swim, like, it's hard to keep the water out of my mouth all the time.
I didn't
you know?
taste the water, but I saw the water, and it was beautiful.
Yeah, it's all like from melted snow. So
it's cold, but we were there during a hot time, so the water felt fine to us. Like, I don't even remember being that cold.
yeah, we were swimming a lot.
I remember when we were swimming, there was like rocks like underwater.
Where we were swimming was on the Nevada side. I think it was called Sand Harbor, and there was just these massive boulders. I really wish I had goggles, but I was opening my eyes underwater and I could still see.
That's how beautiful the water was. I was opening my eyes too, and I didn't have a problem at all. Like, I just kept my eyes open. We were also like swim and then stand on a rock, swim, stand on a rock.
Yeah, it was
Remember
nuts.
that?
We were just like swimming from like gigantic boulder to like gigantic boulder. And it was
crazy. It
was pretty nuts. I kind of wish we would have had our GoPro for that.
So then one thing we did was Dave went a little bit crazy and got really close to this waterfall.
Yeah.
What was it called?
Eagle Falls, I believe.
And you liked it because you were like taking all these pictures. I was having a heart attack because he was literally like so close to the edge. Oh!
I think it's called the Heavenly Resort. They have a gondola that takes you up this mountain, and
It was awesome. Normally people would be like taking it up to go skiing, but you can just take it up and go walk around, and beautiful views. So there are some hikes you can go on.
yeah, we were basically hiking around a ski resort, and but it was just so incredibly beautiful.
And you have a good
that
view
you really
of the
can
lake.
hike just on the ski resort.
Remember, you could see Lake Tahoe, and it was just so pretty.
Well, that actually concludes the footage from San Jose, California.
So David's next travel assignment was in San Diego. Stay tuned, and don't forget, if you really enjoyed this video,
To subscribe and like it.
with your thumb.
I don't think it's called like in YouTube. Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Por favor. Merry Christmas.